You want to shoot me a link to whatever stream you're using?
If you look at the little note next to my name, they're all right there. It's just a hot. You can click on any one of them.
Okay.
It's going to all of them. This is a road test around this area. I've done these roads. I want to see if I redo the roads, what they will look like.
Which one of the streams is actually running better right now or working better?
Mixer's usually the fastest one. It's like real time. You see what I see? Not much on it right now, but I'm getting some base numbers here as far as FPS and things like that.
There, I muted the in-game sound so I didn't get double feedback.
Okay. 100 looks like it's jumped about 170 to 190 base. At 10 click view distance, let's see here. Looks like I'm about 50 to 60 FPS at 10 clicks.
Damn, buddy, why don't you share the wealth there? Give me some of that money. Damn it.
It's nice on the beta account. See, this is what it'll look like now. See how it's like a big island?
Yeah.
And then this is the airfield, which is usually the northwest.
Yep. So and basically you quadruple the size of the map.
Yeah, you can actually see the airfield is in the center now. And then where Belota was, Belota is now southern airfield. And then the old northeast airfield, that'll be the
Wait a minute. Go back down for a second.
Yeah, you talking about where it said
you said that was Belota airfield?
Yeah, you talking about where it says Electro?
Why is Electro right there next to it?
Yeah, this is Cherno and Electro. This is how far the map's expanded. These two have to be They have to be shifted to this is actually Cherno.
Okay.
And that's actually Electro.
What's below? I was going to say, unless I'm going to see now, wasn't the airfield west of Cherno?
That's just how far. Go see, wow. Right? So this is that little island on the end, and then right here is where the map used to end. Right in here is where the map ended. So if you look, all of this over here is new, and then you actually have a whole nother airfield over here now. All of this is new. All of this is new, and we have a northern airfield now with other towns and stuff up here, and I'll show y'all because I'm fixing to do a pass around.
Nice. So does that mean you're going to change the medical random spawn points to one of the random airfields now?
The other airfields, I've got some different plans for them, but those four-corner medical things that we do, you're still going to have the four corners, and then I'm going to do some random ones throughout the map that are going to be med tents, and they just pop up every now and then. Then that way you have the four basic ones that are always going to be in the same place, and then you'll have some random medical ones that pop up. And I'll show you
I thought it was funny how we all wiped that last time I played. It was like every single person went to a different spawn point. And I was like, fuck, really?
See, this is the eastern airfield there. Like, this whole area here is new.
Damn, dude, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, it's a lot to be done here. That's what I'm doing.
Sniper Hilltop, I like it.
Hey, there's a bunch of sniper hilltops now at the moment while I'm working. See how this little island part sticks out right here? This section I'm flying over right now? That's where the medical tent's going to be. Right there, or the medical things. There's 4 of them at each corner, and they're going to be right there next to them.
Gotcha.
I'm flying back. This
medical tents are basically going to be like on their own little peninsula.
Yep. I'm flying back toward, just to give you an idea, like all of this, I mean every bit of this is new. That's where the little store is on the corner. That's where the map used to actually start. This will be the southern airfield here that I'm coming up on, which used to be below the. Wow, 30, 40 FPS there at 10 clicks with all them buildings there. I'm gonna do a quick test.
That's what the new journal you're building?
Yeah, this is part of the new journal. I'm gonna do a quick test here real quick for the.
Please tell me you're gonna rename all the damn cities.
Yes, they are.
Because I get so tired of people calling out names. I'm like, okay, what is that, or how do I pronounce that shit?
As a hat tip for the old Chinaris, because this is really not Chinaris anymore, but as a hat tip for Chinaris, I'm going to keep Cherno and Electro. That's the only names I'm keeping from the old map. You can see just how much the hills has changed and stuff like that. Like you can see.
Oh yeah, big time.
They're not even shaped the same way they used to be. So you remember the island here. You've got the island. And then this turns and goes back toward the old Berezino. And then you'll see how it starts to change. I'll slow down when I get to Berezino. That way you can really see. It's like, holy shit. So this is Berezino here, and this is where she really starts to change.
Almost has a feel of a more of a volcanic texture to it.
Yeah, I'm slowly working on it, and I'm going to run a river on the side of this road right here. Where I'm flying at now, this is going to be a river that cuts all the way across the map through this section.
Cool.
See this, you've probably traveled this area quite a bit, so you got a rough idea. It's like, okay, this looks normal, and then you'll see how it starts to change as it gets up here.
One thing I know for sure is it didn't used to be that damn hilly before.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of work with the height map now. There's one of the mines. That was one. That was on the other one. This is just to my left is where Devil Castle normally sits, up on top of that mountain. This is where it really starts to change through here. All of this is going to be pushed down, though. This is going to be pushed down probably 100 meters or better. It's going to be pushed down. It's going to be like a big mountain going up toward the airfield. You can see where some of the stuff over here has already been pushed down, but I still got a lot more to do. Right here, I'm about to drop off of it. You can see where I've been pushing it down.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And then see, you got a whole nother section over here, and then it goes into another part that goes after.
I scored.
You See, you see what I'm saying? It's like this area here is all new plate.
Damn, dude, I thought you were half joking when you were talking about making a new map. Jesus Christ. You've been busy.
Hell, look, when you turn north here, and all these mountains, like, this is, I'm going to climb so you can actually see here. This is the new northern territories. You can see full-on cities, new cities and stuff like that as well. Yeah. New hills.
We're gonna play hell trying to get around some of this terrain with vehicles, though.
Oh, I'm making some really cool stuff on it now that I've got full control over it. This is the northern airfield. That's what you can see. I mean, there's just town after town after town section. And some of these mountains up here, I'm bringing these higher, and I'm covering all these, the tops of them. I'm going to cover most of these in snow.
Nice. Kind of like you're trying to make your own little different biomes.
Yeah, exactly. You can see how I'll dive here a little bit just so you can see, like, I mean, these hilltops are hellacious as far as the distance. You can just see, I mean, hell, there's a little bitty viper nest just to give you an idea of just the scale. And there's going to be some hellacious valleys and things like that in these areas.
Yeah, it's going to play hell, either vehicles or whether you're on foot, dude. You're going to have a hell of a time getting around.
Just to give you an idea, this is the north. That's the northwestern spawn. You know, whenever you die and you respawn, that's how much has been added to that section over there. That was the northwestern spawn.
Yeah, that's where I spawned at the last time I played and died. We all respawned. I was like, fuck, where am I?
I'll show you one area that you know, and then this is the one I showed Chewy, and it was just like, it's mind-blowing because you don't expect it, and a lot of the areas are going to be really good for play. That's the thing about it, is not only is it a lot more area, I guess you get to see what I'm doing here as well. I'm redoing the roads, and all these dirt roads that came in, they're going to be changed into hardtop roads. You can see where I've started doing them.
Oh yeah.
These were all the dirt roads that went in that area. But the roads that we leave out of the airfield going to the north that are dirt roads, I'm changing them into hardtop roads. That's why they look like that right now. So the ones on the southern are going to be changed to hardtop road as well. So heading over to Vibor, this is where you really start to see, it's like, holy shit. So Vibor here, heading south. And then here's where we had that little fuel station on the hill.
Yep.
And then when you turn back, you had this little bitty town back here. And then this road, there was a road back here that ran around, and there was like a little military base back here. And it just run back around the Z-Town. And if you actually...
I remember the one you're talking about.
Yep. So if you see now, this military base has another road coming out the other end of it. And it goes up, and this just gives you an idea of just how far, you know what I'm saying, like how much more extra play there is. All of this is new through here. Put you out into more towns and things like that. I'm gonna go right back up that road, and then I'm gonna head back to like Z-Town, and I'm gonna show you how Z-Town has changed. Z-Town is so badass. This is another one of the mines I'm working on. There'll be multiple mines.
Z-Town, I never really was a big fan of Z-Town because I don't know, something about the roads going through town just kind of fucked me up. If you didn't make the turns right or something like that, you could wreck a vehicle in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm changing. It's going through a pretty big change right now.
There's going to be some places like that in the new map too.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of those roads you had in Z-Town were fucking narrow and tight, buddy, trying to make a turn.
You can see here, this is like going back up toward Z-Town.
Yep.
And then I've got new roads that's been added in on that one. This is what we were calling Greenville here.
Yeah.
And then you remember Z-Town on the back side of it, to the western side, there was nothing. But now if you actually look, you've got roads over here. Like when you go down here, it actually goes in the roads and it shifts back up into the mountains.
Oh, wow.
And see, you got roads here. Yeah, you see how much more play you got? And then this road runs all the way down. This is actually on the back side of Z-Town, and it runs all the way down. And there's little sections here that connect you in between and stuff like that. And then it brings you out into a whole nother damn big ass town. It's like, wow. It's gonna be cool as hell, like when we get it done. Right here is the little town that we normally go north whenever we're bringing a vehicle back, and you can see how I've got roads that, I mean, it runs along the side of stuff. You can just see how it's got new roads, just connects to it and brings it over as well up in here.
Yeah, it's also going to be a whole hell of a lot harder trying to get vehicles back from recovery missions now.
Yes, I'm going to climb here a little bit so you can just get an idea of it. Get that shit.
Dear God. So many damn roads, so many enemy vehicle possibilities.
I love how those roads look now where I'm tracing them over. That looks cool as hell now. Default ArmA. real sense of it. So that's the island in the southeast corner, and now I'm heading back toward like Berezino, and you can just see as I start heading this way, just like how much more is up here at this height.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Seems like you've got a lot more spots for a lot more towns and shit too.
And see, there's multiple islands around it. What I'm going to do on some of those islands, some of them I'm going to cover them with just dirt instead of the way it's real green. And the ones that are covered in dirt, I'm going to do them like with all the little dirt houses and stuff from the old ArmA 2. So it kind of gives you that like desert type feel to it and things like that.
Yeah.
Not really desert, but brown dirt with all the little dirt houses and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify it as dirt house. I think if I had to name that building design after anything, it would be like a dome.
Now I'm going to do some swamps. I'm going to do some swamp areas where it kind of puts you in mind of like the
Vietnam.
Yeah, some of the Vietnam stuff and things like that, where you have the little bamboo type houses and things like that.
Cool. Just as long as you leave the snakes off the server, I'm fine.
Yeah, no snakes at the moment. No plans for no snakes either, other than the logos that the Vipers have.
Yeah, I can deal with those vipers. Not the real ones.
This right here, you see how the water cuts back right here around and
Yeah.
like it's going inland? This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to push this down, and this is going to be a river that runs in right here. You can see where it's already started.
Yep.
I'm going to push that river in, and that river is going to run all the way across the map through here so that you can bring boats. You're going to be able to take boats across the through all of it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be right there, like underneath where the plane is. The river will run all the way up through here, and it'll go straight across, basically to this road that I'm flying at. It'll be just to the south of it, and I'm going to cut it across through here, and it'll do the same thing. That's why I'm pushing all this down to get it as ocean water. And it'll cut. It'll make sense when it cuts across, because on this other end, it cuts out in the same exact place. Like, it'll be just to the right of that road there. All this right here. And you see how it would make sense with it running right through here, right below that mountain. All this through here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it'll, once you get over here, the river will push out and go back out. All the roads that I passed that cross it, they'll all have bridges on it, and the bridges, you'll be able to blow the bridges out. To try to keep some of the AI from moving their forces down and things like that, you'll be able to blow the bridges up and stuff.
Well, that's kind of a cool idea.
That's
Might
it.
you actually be able to start a boat and use it?
That's it in a nutshell, though. It's getting there. I gotta test these roads though and see what these roads look like that I'm working on here.
make flying look so goddamn easy. I wouldn't be able to do that in a million years.
Is Travis flying the VTOL plane?
Yeah, I love it. It's actually spoiled me when I come in for a landing. I've done it so much now. When I come in landing on the other ones, I have to focus more just because I've gotten so used to that one now. Because I'll come in and just throw it right into the stall and pull it out of it, just set it down. All right, let me see what these roads look like. I don't know how wide they are. So I'm going to be rerunning. This is what I wanted to see, how wide they are compared to a... Oh my god, it's almost perfect! Dude! I guessed that
You got that right on the damn money, buddy.
And see, where this is white, I'm going to turn this into gravel. And so you'll have this texture over top of it, and then the white part will be a gravel that's the same color as this road. So it'll look like on the edges of the road, it'll look like gravel for like the shoulder. Wow, that's almost. See how it does over here, because I redone this. All of it through here is going to be redone with that road. Yeah, this is going to be so much nicer. I love having a road like this where we always head out on the dirt road right here. This is going to be so nice to be able to go out on a main road here.
It's going to make moving out and coming back a lot quicker.
Yeah. These, this brown here, I've marked some of these. These are going to be my little dirt roads. I'm going to change these a little bit, but these are going to be my little gravel and dirt road sections across.
Yeah. Might actually make those a little bit wider, though. Especially for people like me and Kogan when we were on bad systems or bad FPS.
Well, this road right here, like this will be a 2-lane. This is actually wider than the default road that runs through here. This is actually a 2-lane road all the way through here. It's not gonna be. You can see how many hills I'm running over and everything.
Yep.
It's not gonna be.
I see your vehicle getting there.
Yeah. I'm gonna smooth it out quite a bit on these roads and things. You're not gonna have stuff like that right there. It'll be more sloped and things.
Because I'll tell you straight up, I'll be the type that I'll be driving along and I'll flip a fucking vehicle because I was going too fast or something and hit a bump in the road and went whoop. Flip the damn vehicle end over end.
Yeah, on stuff like that. Yeah, the road feels good though, because it's. I was worried about. I ended up deciding to go with a cell size of 10. The old ArmA was 7.5, so I just got to smooth it out now, and I can still get some pretty good valleys and everything. That's not too bad there. See how this dirt road. Yeah, just a simple dirt road. That's about perfect for a dirt. That's actually dark brown where it came out tan like that. It just shows you how much illumination they have on the ground textures that I'm gonna change again. Yeah, I'm gonna love this new map. And I'm in 10 click. It's crazy whenever you go to normal, cause it's like it doesn't. The terrain is just not having a huge impact on it at all right now. I mean, it's so little that the terrain. Yeah, I'm staying at almost 200. I've loaded in some flat maps with nothing on them, and I stay right around 200 FPS on a flat map.
Cool.
It's right now it's optimized. It's perfect for this map. For the size of it, everything. I was just checking this here. Yeah, so you can see what's coming.
Right there is where I would flip a vehicle. I guarantee it.
You know, these textures, I was just looking at this. All this is the satellite map. I don't have the textures down right now. It actually, like at a distance and everything, it don't look that bad with those
It doesn't
colors.
look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. You're gonna have to put you a custom modded vehicle in here now, Travis. just watching you drive, you need the Dukes of Hazzard in there. You need the General Lee.
See this road right here, the one I'm driving on. I'm just checking it. What this does is this is a chalk line for whenever we go laying the roads. We lay the roads on these chalk lines. So I can draw the roads on the map where I want roads, and then these are my chalk lines, and then we just place roads where all this white is.
Nice. Here, from when you were flying in the sky, I thought they already actually were roads.
I've got the texture that's on them right now, representing road. That's why I can drive top speed on them. See, this is just like going back to the airfield and everything. I mean, you can see it looks so much like the old map, but knowing that this is a completely new map, it's crazy at just how close it is to the old one.
Yeah, see, you still got all that bio wheel wreck here clutter at the front gate.
See, I got to get all these tarmacs down and everything. This is just a default satellite here. That's why it's all different colors and everything. I wanted to check this road because I'm going to make this a main road as well. Need to see how much work's got to be done to it. It's got a few bumps on it, but this one won't be too bad to smooth out.
Doesn't this one put you out on the other side of Bologna? Or not
Lapatino.
Bologna, but yeah.
Actually, slide around here. I actually started changing Lampatino as well. I'm doing some work on it, but yeah, see, this will be another nice road right here. It'll bring a lot more play to this area because we really don't travel it because that's one of the biggest things with ArmA. They done too many single lane and dirt lane roads, so a lot of people just don't go to those areas. It kills the play in those areas. Most of my roads are going to be 2-lane hardtop roads to keep the areas play. Yeah, and then this is where that'll go around to the north. By keeping them as 2-lane roads, you'll keep more of that area in play, and then just having like little connections and things that run across being the dirt roads and things like that.
Yeah, because you could have somebody like running scout party up ahead of the party, and if they're like, "Oh shit, we got contacts up here. All right, we're gonna break off on the road coming up here to the left."
Yep.
And then that way your scout party knows, all right, get the hell out of Dodge, catch up with the rest of the convoy, and take the point back up again.
You say off to the left, and my first thoughts are, no, Chewie, your other left.
Boy, you do get, even though it feels like it's the same road, you do get a sense of just how much bigger it is just by how long it's taken. Like, all I'm doing is driving back 2x4 now and around, and it's like, damn, you get a sense of just how much further this actually is. Just as an idea, this is where the fuel station is.
Yeah, the fuel station should have been right about there.
Yep, and you can just see how much longer it takes just to get through. It's stretched out just a little bit more here. See how rough it is off-road. This is where that tower sits. I'm removing it, but yeah, it's gonna make some good roads up here. Let me see what the terrain. Oh yeah, look at when you're actually at. You can get a sense. It's just like, fuck, it's huge.
Oh, is that a piece of candy off in the distance? I saw.
It is. I got candy and everything else. Like, you can see I've already got most of that shit already working over here.
That's the only piece of candy I've seen so far, but hey, at least there is some.
Yeah, see, all that shit's already working. Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, I'm surprised you're still awake. It's like going on 9 a.m. your time. I mean, I know my sleep schedule's screwed up right now, being sick as a dog as I've been.
Yeah, I'm gonna like these roads when I do these roads. I love how you get the way it runs down, and you get so many more towns now with the different airfields and everything. Yeah, the terrains look good. I like the hilltops too, just the heights. Yeah, it's getting there.
Well, I hate to bail on you, but I think I need to try to lay back down for a while. My damn stomach's finally settled down.
Yeah, go get you some rest. I'm just finishing up some testing here.
Alrighty. Yeah, another reason I went ahead and put the video card back in to try it out was every time I would start the system up off of the motherboard video, it wouldn't acknowledge the HDMI. I literally had to keep reinstalling the driver to get my TV working.
Some funky shit going on.
Catch you later.
Take care, Lauren.
Yep, I think I'm gonna try to lay down for a little bit too, unless Spike gets on here and wakes me up.
Yeah, enjoy it. Bye. It's slowly getting there, Kogan. It's crazy at the scale of it. Started tracing the roads. You can see on the where I've done it. I'm going to make the dirt roads that leave out of the airfield. I'm going to make those main roads as well. There'll be 2-lane roads that leave out in different directions. There's a bug in ArmA whenever you move to the northeastern corner. The bigger the map is, the worse it gets. What it does is, I'll show you here. You can see his glasses bouncing around and his gun moving.
What's going on?
Hello. You can see it's a bug in ArmA. The bigger you make the map up in this corner, shit starts to get a little funky looking. You can see it bouncing around there. I was wanting to see how bad it was.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is the furthest point in this corner, and it's not bouncing that bad. That's something we can actually live with. That's not too bad.
What I mean, what's causing that?
Don't know. It's a bug. It's been in ArmA for ages. It does it. It even does it on ArmA 3. It does it on all the ArmA games. But if you're in first person, you don't see it.
Yeah, but the question is, do you see it on other characters?
Yeah, you'll see it when you look at them. You'll see it's whatever, anything that's attached to. See, boy, this train, I might have to smooth the hell out of this train. I ended up going with cell size 10 is what I ended up making it, and I gotta, whoa! It's not too bad. Yeah, I gotta smooth it. I need to smooth it all out. R is so big.
That's what she said.
So from
She
the,
just wasn't talking about the map.
from the island, where are we at here? So
You know what the funny thing is?
11,244
Those four
meters.
corner islands,
Yeah.
they're all exactly the same, but exactly different.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna redo them as well. I'm gonna make them different. But you see this little section right here? I don't know if you can see the stream right here where this little section is here. I'm gonna redo these, and the medical tents are gonna go on those four corners because it has those at each one of these.
Nice.
And that's where the medical tents The respawn tents, they're going on those 4 corners.
You really should put one in the base.
What?
Or actually, I think you should add more of those because you know how
You'll
how
have the
far we're
4.
gonna have to travel now.
Yeah, you'll have the 4 base. You'll have the 4 base ones, and then you'll have occasionally you'll have random medical tents that pop up to the center. I'm gonna love the dog fights on this. I'll tell you, fighting with jets is gonna be so fun.
Oh, dude, you know, I was just thinking you should do a fucking canyon just so you can take a fucking get it through there with it.
They're already here. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm gonna love it. So many of them already here. These areas it's gonna be so much fun.
That is fucking. One canyon to go right across the fucking map. Diagonal. And just for fun with a couple of bridges so you can go under.
Hey, some of these areas like this is gonna be cool as hell with that river being under. Loving the way Z-Town ended up coming out. Z-Town is so nice.
You know what? The other day when you were showing me the river, since you were showing me from up high or whatever, I was picturing the whole fucking thing, not a little like river. I was picturing like a whole valley, like all those towns that you cross by.
Yeah.
I thought that was all gonna be covered, and it's just gonna be two mountains on the sides, cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some parts it'll be some parts
It's
it'll
just
be
because
pretty.
of the way the land is laid out. Like since the whole thing is like a valley, on top of that you have the little river where you're gonna line it up, whatever. But if you level all those towns, dude,
See, let me show you this over here.
that'd be a hell of a river to cross. It'll almost be like you got two islands instead of just one big one.
Yeah, I'll show you here just so you have the idea of what's coming. This will give you a real good idea of it. Because I'll slow down over here. Do you see how high the mountains are on both sides of me right here? I'm gonna start flying.
Yeah, well, you see, that area, you just like that whole town. could be under. That's what I was thinking.
Turn here and get up over this way. You can see it. I mean, just look at the scale. Right there gives you a good idea of the size. That's the big ass fucking base thing, and look how tiny it is out here. But, so this is sea level right here. The river is going to be sea level. Right here you can see the river running in, and I'm going to make this river much wider, but this gives you an idea of how far the land's got to go down for the sea level to fill it through here. Now with you knowing you've got that in mind there, you can see how far all this is going to get pushed down.
See, that's what I mean right there, though. The way you're.
All
like,
this is going to be
all of
water
that.
right, underwater right here. Bridge, water. Some of these roads are actually going to be removed. I'm going to cover them up. This will be water on this inside, away from the train tracks. This will be water through here. And you see how big those mountains are on both sides? Like, see that real big high mountain up there? That's how it's going to be.
Why is this shit that so fucking much?
That's how it'll be, like the way those mountains run up, that's how it'll be going back toward the airfield up here. All this is it's going to be dropped way, way down. And that's what,
man, that's gonna be.
see, you can see how far I've already dropped this one. All this has got to get pushed down. All this is getting pushed down. That's where this is high. All this is getting pushed down right here. It's going all the way down to almost, and that where this looks kind of like flat going up to the airfield here, this is going to be real big mountain range running across through there, like to get up to the airfield.
Dude.
All this is being pushed way, way down.
Hey, now that you mention it, you know what I think would be badass? If the main the main base was an island with more than just 4 entrances.
No, I won't pull the water in around that part.
It'd be an island within the island.
Right in, yeah. This one gives you a good example right here. Let me see if I don't crash. When I sit down, or get pretty. So here you can see how the mountains go this direction, and then how the mountains go in this direction. You see how the roads, you can see how the roads curve going up. This is what it'll look like when you're going up to the base. This is what the back of the base, you know that dirt road that we climb going to the base? It'll look like this. It'll be windy and it'll climb up the backside of a mountain. And then as you get to the top up there, you'll have an airfield sitting on top of that. This is what it'll look like. This gives you an idea from there. Like that's how much, I'm trying to see how much it's going to drop.
Shit, the battles of us just trying to get to the base.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool as hell. Get a rough idea now. And you see how far that drops. So, rough idea from here to that point. That's like 600 meters to the road there. You can see where this is at just to give you an idea, this is at 13. And this is at 252. And the airfield is at 393. So this 292 is going down to around 13. This is all this right here will be going down. These 200s right here will be going down to 13. So that just tells you the kind of drop you're going to get from 220 or 323 to 13 in that distance. That's going to be one hell of a fucking mountain on that backside. It's going to be sick. It'll be worse than what this one looks like. And then when it's all smoothed out, it'll be pretty badass.
That's gonna be something. Don't fall in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna make. I've been thinking about it. What I was gonna do with it. I was actually gonna make it to where you can drive the vehicle across, like not make it that deep, and where you can drive vehicles across it. I changed my mind on that. I'm actually gonna make it deep enough that you can't drive vehicles across it. But what I'm gonna do is everywhere there's a road, you're gonna have a bridge that goes across it, and the bridges are gonna be able to be blown out. That way, if you have AI on one side, like you have vehicles on one side, you can take out the bridges to keep them from getting over to you. At the same time with that, they're going to have strategic areas where I'm going to have a dirt road that like runs off into the water on one side and then up on the other side. And in those areas,
Hold
they'll
on.
actually...
I got a message on my phone, so I wasn't really paying attention, but I could have sworn I just heard you say that the bridges are going to be able to get taken out?
Yes. So, like, you can take the bridge out, and then you can't cross there anymore.
Holy shit.
The water will be too deep. And so you'll have to reroute and find a new place to get across at. And then you'll have some areas where the dirt road, you'll have like a little dirt road that runs off into the water and then comes up on the other side. And in those areas, you'll just be able to, depending on what vehicle you got, you'll just be able to drive through and come up on the other side, unless you have an amphibious vehicle.
I can only imagine how monkey wrenchish that's going to be when we roll up to a mission and it's already taken out.
The AI blows the bridge up and you don't know the bridge is blown up. You're running back and then suddenly the bridge is out and you've got to reroute. And it's going to be like, ah, fuck.
Damn.
It'll be fun. It'll be really fun.
Or even worse, nobody stood watching the bridge, so the AI decided let's fill it with IEDs.
Even the road that runs to La Patino, I'm gonna turn that into a 2-lane road as well. That's why you can see there where I've already started chalking them out. Bring all of that back into play. That was one of the problems they done with ArmA or with the Chinaris map. They had a lot of single lane and a lot of really long dirt roads. And people would just avoid them because it would take so long to get down those roads and things like that. So you had a lot of the map that it's not that it wasn't playable. People just didn't play it because it was too aggravating going real slow down those roads and things. Most of mine will all be hardtop 2-lane roads with like dirt roads getting you across from one section to another, or if you need to reroute, kind of like I've done over here. My dirt roads are marked as brown. You can see you'll still have the main roads, but if you wanted to cut over right here, you could use this little dirt road just to cut you over to the next road. It'll be stuff like this. This is how my dirt roads will be.
Cool.
But for the most part, all of them will be main roads. When you think about it, this one right here is probably one of the major ones. How often would we run this route if this was a 2-lane road right here that run you over to Mogalefka? Where Mogalefka was, this dirt road right here, if that was a 2-lane road. That should be a 2-lane road that runs you all the way across right here.
Wait, is that the? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. The one that goes northwest out of Mogalevka into Vishnoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm saying like this be a 2-lane road right here all the way through.
Yeah, that would be nice if that wasn't. You know how much more we would fucking use that?
Yes, especially. Even this route right here, I think this route right here should be 2-lane. I think I'm going to make this one 2-lane as well. That runs right up and cuts through right here as well. So you can come out at different parts.
Yeah.
But then that part that turns and goes to the other side, I'll keep that as a dirt road.
Cool.
You go check that other end down there with the vehicle actually to see. Was wondering how I'm going to do that in. I can drive top speed on this. So now's the time to check. You can't really get a feel flying, just the size of it when you're flying. You just don't really get a good feel for it.
So, drive the coastal road now.
You know, I hadn't done that actually yet. I should to see how long it takes.
Why?
I should see how long it takes to drive it all the way around. I haven't timed that yet to see how long it takes with a Humvee to drive it all the way around.
Dude, I've been playing Minecraft of late.
Whose server you playing?
Less. I play on what's it called? Build. What the fuck is it called? The Breakdown Craft.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, they've got this kind of RPG-ish server. It's like survival RPG, but it's decent. They got like maybe 20 uh RPG quests, but it's pretty cool. Built me a fucking mine shaft.
So this is that's how long it. Like I can just tell some of these. It's like just going through Starry right here. It's like holy fuck, this is so much longer. I can just tell it. I've drove it so much. I can just see how much it's stretched out. Actually, I tell you what. We'll do a Cherno to Cherno test. So I can drive at top speed.
Wait, you driving cross country?
I'm gonna do a. I'm curious. You've mentioned that now. I really wanna. I wanna see that test. I wanna see how long it takes compared to before. God, look when you cross these mountains and it's just like, dear God, that valley is just so. It looks like it's so far away. And remember, I'm on top speed here too, like it's a roadway.
Glad to know I've inspired you.
Well, I haven't. This is one test I haven't done, and I'm trying to get some tests done on different stuff. This will give me a rough idea, just like what. I've not done this one yet. I'm curious to see. I've flown it. I have flown it a bunch. I know with the F-35, it takes 5 minutes with the F-35. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm lost. The hills are so choppy and everything. I'm like, wait a minute. All this has got to be smooth really bad. This is rough as hell through here. Oh shit, now I'm bleeding.
Dun dun dun.
The road so or the Alright, here's my version of Cherno. Okay, that's the road back north toward Nedzino. The we'll start here. 928. Alright, that's where the fuel station normally is. It's crazy that I know this map in that.
Dude, you ever seen those like a boss videos?
Yeah, see this one.
Dude, I just saw one clip where these two guys are boxing, and this one dude has got the other guy in the corner and is just wailing, bang, 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 bang. The other guy turns around, delivers one punch and knocks him out.
Oh, look at the water. That's cool as hell.
Dude, he gave him like 20 punches, and the guy's just blocking there in the corner.
That road's really bad.
Is this the new map?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy, ain't it?
Damn.
You see where I'm driving
Fucking
around?
huge, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of the roads has got to be smoothed out and stuff like that. I'm doing a test now to drive around. I wanted to see how long it takes to actually drive around it. Oh shit! I didn't hit another rough spot. Some of the parts you recognize it, and some of them it's like that's the two little islands where it's got the bridge out there. That gives you an idea where I'm at. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get it. Just I got my boy screaming next to me. So
Oh yeah, you're good. Oh
I ain't gonna be
shit!
chatting too much.
Where the map ends over here, this is where it's gonna be real interesting to see how much extra. Actually, I wonder if I'll have enough. It'd be interesting to see how much fuel it actually uses now. Is what? Fuel might actually come into play here.
That's true.
So this is the last fuel station, and then you come through this little part here through the water, and then the map ended right around this little turn right here. This is where the map used to end. And right here the map just ended.
Did I just see a piece of candy?
Possibly, yeah. I have all kinds of shit spawned
Yeah.
over here. So this is where the map ended, and then this is all new right here. Some of those areas are going to be cool as hell. love the way these mountains run along the side now. These mountains are sick as hell looking. Damn, there's some high ass mountains. It just feels so weird. Like, wait. Yeah, a lot of the road, there's quite a bit of places that need to be smoothed out. God almighty, look at the mountains just keep going and going. Dear God. I'm loving these hills. This is going to be so much fun.
Looking at the way those ridges and hill lines are, it's gonna make getting hull down a lot different, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, look how, like, that looks so good right there.
Oh shit, bridge.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bridges on this one. I'm redoing the bridges too, so they can be blown out. That way, if a bridge gets knocked out, Spike didn't hear that earlier. If a bridge gets knocked out, I wonder if I can make that one. If a
Oh
bridge,
shit, you set up a waypoint? Cool.
yeah, it's not that deep. See, Kogan, this is what I'm talking about. I would do like a dirt road on some of the rivers like this, and you'll be able to just drive straight through them like that. What I can do, see a Humvee, if you bury it and you stop, then you'll lose the Humvee. But if you keep going, and it's not, see, like right there, that was starting to push it right there, and that's what I'll do, and I'll actually go in and balance it so that if you are not fast enough when you hit it, you'll actually lose your vehicle trying to cross in those areas.
I might have to get a couple minutes on the back.
If the bridge is blown. Dear God. lot of
It's
those.
gonna be something else. Oh, you're not too far off now. 7 clicks.
Yeah, that's from that waypoint I marked when I was looking at it a little bit ago.
This is the funny thing is you still gotta go all the way around.
Dude, I've not even gotten to the airport up here yet, have I? I don't remember passing the airport yet.
Oh, you wouldn't know if you could if you did.
I don't think I've passed the northern airport yet.
That's not it right there. Oh no.
Huh?
Oh, you wouldn't pass by the airport. You'd go through Portland.
No, the northern airport. I'm not talking about the western. I've done past the western, but I don't think I've passed the northern yet. I think the northern's still up here.
Wait, are you moving north or south?
I went like
That's gonna be the question when this map is. I'm a journal. Okay, which one?
oh, I'm loving it. This is when these roads are smoothed out and everything, and then you got drops. I make drop offs on one side and hills on the other side, where it's kind of like the West Virginia feel to it. Oh, this is gonna be cool as hell. A combination of like West Virginia, South America, some desert areas like. So.
Oh, what was that? What was that name they used for Pangea? Was it Pangea?
Maybe I have already passed. I must have already passed the northern airfield because this is the. God, look how big this damn island is over here. It's like, fuck, that is huge.
Yeah, but usually we know that.
Because
Wait,
that's the
have
other
you
airfield. This goes down and around.
Oh, now you're in
In the other, yeah, on the.
Wait, is that? That is what you? Yeah, that's right there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're in the right. You're in the right direction. That's whoa.
No
That's the-
way, I'm just. Dear God, I am just now here. I've been driving around this part to get to here. Wow. Just wow.
So wait, so you were coming from the south.
I left from here and
We're
I
talking about 15 minutes.
yeah,
Just
from there to there. All I did was drive around the coast to there. I just now got to the western airfield. I thought I'd already passed the western airfield. Yeah, I've not been here yet. Holy shit. Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, this is crazy. Wow. I just passed the Western Airfield now, and I'm at. Look at that. I got 2/3 fuel.
Oh, you fuck, yo, on that road, on that travel, you just fucking up the wheels, ain't you?
Dude, I'm telling you.
It's-
I am going to love this map when I get it done. This map is so
Damn.
cool.
I'm actually kind of glad that the base is in the middle of the map
Amen.
now.
Amen.
To imagine going all the way across the map like we do now, essentially, to get to the mission, then come all the way back to base to the other corner of the map.
See, now, if I put. So, like I told you, I was going to put them on the four corners, the medical things. You
Mhm.
would actually spend money if it had a med vac that would bring you back to the middle of the base. You see what I'm saying? Like if there was you could
Yeah.
spend money and get an AI med vac to take you back to the middle of the airfield. You would spend money for that. Like, yeah, fuck this, I'm not driving it. Let me get an AI to fly me
Mhm.
back. Wow,
Dude,
look at
you know how
this.
you should do it? You should do it like, so that way, like when you pay, they'll pick you up, but they'll airdrop you.
I think this looks so beautiful to me. Like, I love the way these mountains, like the way
Now
they.
picture them with trees.
I mean, I am gonna put some trees on them, but I don't want to cover them completely. Um, I'd kind of because it kind of gives you that like volcanic type island. You know what I'm talking about, like Fuji or something like that.
Yeah.
I am gonna put a lot of trees up, but I'm still gonna leave some of them. I'm gonna leave some of them where they're bald and you don't have a whole lot of trees on them and everything. Oh shit! This area is really rough through here. Get off the road here. Son of a bitch! I'm still not at I'm still not at the North Airfield.
No.
Come on, it's got to be soon. Okay. As soon as you think you've seen your last set of mountains, it's like, nope. There's some more. And when you look up in there, you can just see roads cutting through it. Like, man, you just know it goes on forever. It's like, fuck. I can turn and go up that road, and it's a whole nother adventure.
What's that town you just passed?
Um,
That one.
it's
That
like
one.
a reverse electro.
Ah.
Dear God. I see another mile. Wait, is that a mountain or an island? It's a fucking mountain. Wow, this is where the store would be at the end of the map. Just to tell you how far. Oh my god. epic. Dear God, I'm almost tired of driving.
20 minutes in. Wait, how'd you get from 7 clicks to 8 clicks?
That's just that marker. That's not let me.
Oh, I thought you marked your destination. I was like,
No, the destination here. I'll mark it where I'm going to. That's where I started from. 15,000. Just taking the outer road right now.
so it'll take a good half hour just to get to the other side of the fucking map when you're taking the other the outer road.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm at the airfield. Woohoo!
There it is.
So that's the northern airfield. I need to make the train tracks work and put some bullet trains on them motherfucker. I love the way the mountains look though. God, it's so nice. And you see what I'm saying? Like even though they're just reversed, it has not looked. It does not look alike at all because it's mirrored, but it's mirrored on the scale that it is. It doesn't look the same at all. I mean, look at this. This is fucking epic looking right here. You really do. Like, this is really giving a real sense of the scale now. I'm glad I took this
I
drive.
got a question.
Yeah.
That reverse electro. You know the docks
Yep.
area? Can you make that into a marina? It's like you know that dock, the way it hooks out. Can you add another one on the other side that hooks out and kind of joins, but it still has like a gap in between the two, so you could like drive boats in and out of here?
Possibly. I think I know what you're talking about. There's another. Oh, more water. There's another one of the mines. Or no, that's not a mine. That's just. See, I don't even know all the mines. Like, okay, it's all flattening out now. We're out of mountains. Nope. As soon as you get around the turn. Dear God. And we got another big ass town. Oh, this one looks cool as hell through here. Oh, I really like the way that road runs around the hilltop up there on both sides. Look how that road runs up above us, right? Dude, this might be one of my favorite areas now. Oh, we got another island coming up. God, that's rough. Yay, cooking. That's the third island. We're making progress. We passed the third island. Yeah, you can just see how much noise is on that mountain, which is like all the little things that's got to be smoothed out quite a bit. This is definitely give you a real good sense of the scale of it. But what's great about it, unlike a lot of the ArmA maps, even though it's big, it's playable. Where a lot of the really large ArmA maps, they'll have vast areas where it's just empty. It's really not playable. It's like they'll do like big deserts and things like that, or they'll do like big open water areas. And this, all the water is around you because it's an island, and the main part of the play is the damn island itself. I mean, this island is crazy, and it all bleeds out from the middle airfield, which is what makes it so damn cool. Every valley will give you roads that run back up to the airfield. Yeah, you can see a lot of work's got to be done on them roads. It's got to be flattened out. All that's got to be pushed down under the water there. Got to balance all that. Can't wait till I get that river running across the middle. That river is going to be so nice going across the middle. All this has got to be smoothed a lot. little lost here. Okay, there's the road. Yeah, this got to be smooth really bad through here. Oh, that's badass. Ooh, this is really rough on this part. Yeah, it'll probably take me a week just to smooth all this area. Actually, I got a program that I can probably do it really quick with it. More mountains.
This is what I was talking about, kind of like this. I sent the link.
Alright, I'll check in a second. I love how these roads are gonna be cool as hell through here. Like, get these all smoothed out and everything. And the way, like the scale of it is whoa. Easy now, easy be. Yeah, it's starting to smooth out again now. What did I say? 927 or 928? I can't remember now. I have to.
28.
28.
And we're already a half hour in.
This will give you a real sense of the scale. I'm at Berezino right now. Or this is like the old Berezino or whatever. And I'm heading from Berezino to Cherno, so it just gives you an idea right here.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
Well, it's got some hellacious mountain ranges. So that would be the factory area. I just made it to the factory area. That's where the fuel station was. bridge. The mines. I see another island coming up. I'm, I'm under 1/3 fuel. It really does, boy. This fuel's gonna be a real test. So this is basically going from the island to Electro, the old sense of it. So that's Electro now. So this is like going from Electro to Turno now. A sense of time.
Finally made it to a town with fucking houses.
10:09. No, well, it just turned 10:10, so say 10:10. Wow. Wow.
It's a fucking hour.
No, it's not an hour. But
What was
just
that? 40 minutes. It might as well be shit.
That's crazy. That's fucking awesome as hell. Let me see what the FPS is like over here around some of these buildings. I don't think my building should have. There's a few buildings here that ain't mine, but I want to see the impact. This is normal. Yeah. It's on the. It's quite the scale, that's for damn sure. See how long it takes. This is the route one of the routes we always head back to the airfield. It's real quick. I want to see how long it takes. Basically 10:12 now. Some of these hills, though, they're just. I love these mountains. More of an area's got to be smooth. It's the road that takes us to Z-Town and then back toward Vibor. Oh, this is rubbish. I missed my turn.
I'll be right back.
You seem to be running out of gas there, Travis. What's going
I'm
on?
telling you, is this not crazy? Driving around the map and then back to the airfield, I'm running out of fuel. This is insane. This map is going to be so much fun for us. Up here's where I started redoing the roads already.
Wait, this is a road that you've redone already?
Not the, you see how it has that texture on it?
Yeah.
That texture is going to be gravel, and then the road is actually going to be laid over top of it. But not the smoothness. It's still got to be smoothed out.
I was gonna say, if that's a done road, man, that's hella bouncy.
Yeah, it won't be that bad. Not.
I logged onto the server earlier. I got a gun that I'm really happy with now. I see you guys completed a mission or two.
Yeah, we finished MBT last. Is this the first
yeah, that's
time
the one
you've
you
seen?
started.
Is this the first time you've seen this map?
It is.
I'm just about back at the airfield. I'll switch over to the F-35 and give you a quick, like a real view of it, where I can move fast and you can actually see it.
Alright.
I'm pretty
So
much,
one
I'm
full
pretty
tank
much
of
done.
gas takes you all the way around. That's mad.
See, this up here is the way the roads will look. So you'll have this white. Well, it's not white. This will be the same color as the roads, where it's white right now. And you'll have the road texture laid over top of it, like this.
Yeah, I get it.
Just like in here, where this is laid down, then you'll have the tarmac laid over top of it, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, here you go. I'll show you what it really looks.
I recognize this area.
I'm gonna change to 10 clicks here. So that's the outer view of it. You can see what it
Yeah,
looks.
I've seen that.
Seen that. These
Is
are
Cherno
actually,
and Electro there just as a reference point?
yeah, to give you an idea, because that's how much it shifted. Electro is actually right here, and Cherno is right here. But that's how much it has shifted. The end of the map is right here. See where that cuts up right there? That used to be
Yeah, I see that.
That used to be the end of the map right there. So
So where you got Cherno on that map, that's below airfield, right?
Huh?
Where you got Cherno there now, that's the airfield, right?
You talking about on the new one or the old?
On the old one, that's the airstrip there, right?
No, this is the far end there where you had that little fuel station right there in the corner, or the fuel station's
Oh,
like right
okay,
here in
yeah,
that
yeah.
corner. You remember that one little fuel?
Where you respawn at. That's one of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
medevac
yeah.
points.
Right here, actually, right here's the fuel station, and right in here is where you would respawn at. You can actually see the train tracks used to end right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And right there's where. So that gives you an idea roughly on that line. Everything to the left is all new. You see how far everything to the left of that red line right there is all new map. Whereas up here, the map ended about right in here somewhere. The map ended here, and everything in the north is all new. So
That's dark. I like that.
But it's playable, and what I mean by playable, watch this. You'll see some really cool areas here where you can actually see them fast enough. So to give you an idea, I'm going to zoom in. You see how the water cuts in on the corner here, and you can see a little bit of water bleeding right here? This road that runs through, the level right here is 13. This river, I'm going to run this river on the lower side of the road right here. The river's going to run all the way through on the lower side, and I'm lowering all this terrain. And that river is going to be sea level, so it'll actually be the seawater running through it, and it'll run all the way across next to this road.
So it's going to, basically, like, where the bridge is in Novo and that is going to be, like, an actual river running through.
Yep, and it runs all the way through, and it connects up with this one right here on this one. So it'll run all the way through, and you'll have everywhere the road crosses, there'll be bridges. And the bridges, I was telling Kogan earlier, the bridges will be able to be destroyed, and then you won't be able to...
Yeah, you were saying that last night.
Yeah, you won't be able to get to the north until you find strategic places to cross and things like that. But I'll show it to you in the jet. So you can actually see it, what it looks like from a better view. You can see just to my 12 here, this is where I've already started pushing it down. I'm pushing the whole map on this northern part down. You can see how I've started, like it looks funky looking. And it'll give you these mountains like this up here. Let's dive into it so you can see a little bit here.
Yeah, that valley looks amazing. I'm a mixer, so I'm literally, as you're saying it, I'm watching it.
Yeah. And see, this road that I'm flying over, just to the south of it, is where the river is going to run. You can see where it's like I've already started pushing down a little bit.
Yeah, I see that depth.
And I'm going to run it on the backside of the town here. Now all this will be river here, where you can see right there where I'm starting to bring it in.
Yeah. That's going to be insane. So wait, you could run a boat from the west to the east along that river, potentially. That's cool.
And see, you got the multiple airfield. You got a north, south, east, and west airfield, and then we operate out of the center airfield.
So as far as for missions, we could potentially be flying to a different airfield now.
Yeah,
just to be closer to a mission.
Just to be closer. Yeah, fly to the airfield.
Is it going to be possible to spawn vehicles at each of the airfields then?
Yeah, when I get done with it, we'll.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. But you're bringing in the whole thing where you can only spawn before a mission, right?
Part of that, yeah. Some of it. I've got some things I'm gonna work out a little different on that. This will give you. I'm gonna fly back this way to show you. This is what I showed Kogan earlier. So I'm gonna turn back here toward the airfield. You see how this, as it goes to the airfield, it's kind of like a slight hill that goes up.
Yep.
Let me turn around here. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to turn all this into a real steep mountain type hill, and it'll look it'll look more like this over here. The center airfield will almost be like it's sitting on the top of a mountain. It'll be like the top of the mountain has been cut off and flattened, and the airfield is sitting on top of it. The center airfield.
Kind of like how Old Medical Mountain used to be.
Yep.
That'd be insane. Viper charges coming up at us is going to be mad.
So if you look here, let me get over here into this valley, because this valley starts to get you down. This is how far that area is going to be dropped to, and you can see how the mountain line, how it looks, the mountains here heading south. This is what it'll look like. You can see how the roads climb the mountains as well. That's what it'll look like going up to the airfield.
This is Novo, or essentially what we know at the moment as Novo at the moment, you're out, right?
Yep. So,
Looks like, anyway.
Actually, I forget what. This is over by Portland, if you where I named.
Yeah. Yeah, so Novo towards Portland, and then you got, was it Ulster Hill? Is it?
Yeah.
Just by the airfield? Yeah, I'm trying to work out where you are in relation to how I know the other map. So yeah.
Yeah, so like turning here, this is
the hill
this
there,
is Ocean
and then you
Hill
got
there.
you got the airbase just the other side of the hill there, yeah.
Except it's a hell of a lot bigger now, because you can see Ocean Hill, like you remember how it was, but you can just see the sheer size of it now compared to some of the other ones. All that's been brought. Because the scale went from 7.5 to 10 on the cell size. So it just gives you that many more meters overall. And what I mean by it's all playable, I'm going to head back to the airfield real quick and I'm going to show you. Because once you have the airfield as like a waypoint, knowing where you're starting from, you'll see what I mean by just like how much it changes. It's like, holy shit. So much more playable. This is the old Devil's Castle right here, where I'm going to put Devil's Castle back. Okay, so starting at the airfield, I'm heading toward Vibora.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then this road here, this is the road that, you know, south of Vibora, like we're heading to Z-Town.
Heads towards Z-Town, yeah.
Yeah. This is where it's like you really start to see the size of it. So right here as we top the hill, this is where that little fuel station is.
You put a whole town there?
And then when we turn off from,
I see.
you remember we had this little town, there's just like a few little houses down here.
Yep.
And then we had the road that run around to this like little military base that was down here. It was like a bunch of little military tents and things.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, and then that just run right back around to Z-Town. Now you can see there's a whole nother road that comes out of the other side of the military base. And then I'm gonna just follow that road and you'll see what I'm talking about, all playable. Like you can just see the towns and the roads and how it does. See, look, you can see all the roads connect and everything. Not just like laid in there, you know, like the whole map. I've done it all under Photoshop and got it all where it all makes sense. And what I did was I took roads and trimmed just the road out and laid it across several other roads. Just stretched it across the map so that you even have roads that you've never even traveled before. It's all new roads as well, along with some of the old ones. I'm going to turn and go right back up because I want to show you when you head south, you'll start to see what I'm talking about with Z-Town and stuff like how it makes it. Okay, so you know your waypoints and everything, where you at. I don't want you to get mixed up here. I'm turning back. This is Vibora here, just to my 12. Back at Vibora. turning south like we're heading to Z-Town. The speed slow so you can see it because it's...
So that's the gas station we just passed over there, yeah?
Yep, gas station, and then we're coming up on that really, really sharp curve. And you can see when
You
you
got
get...
rid of some of that mountain there on that curve, didn't you?
When you go into Z-Town right here, you can remember all the roads was just to the left. But now you can actually see roads that run over to the right actually connect.
Yeah, they used to just cut off down there, didn't it?
Yep, and see all this cuts back now into a whole new playable area.
That's cool. Yeah, because it used to just go down, there was a... We had an MBT down that way, didn't we? It was
Yep.
just like a little factory there and that was it.
You can see like this road, and some of these little sections between the mountain have roads that connect you to other parts, like here. It just runs you back up to the other side.
Nice.
And so you can see this brings you out into a whole new town. This is a whole another new town area. There's a lot of playable area.
That town that's based off Cherno, isn't it?
That
Oh,
one's
they are?
based off Electro, a reverse of
Oh,
Electro.
Electro, okay.
And right here is where we get into the old map, where it's like the old. And I'll do a quick, I'll do a quick fly around, just so you can see it. With some speed, you can actually get an idea of it. Driving that car takes so long, you don't really get a real. So Southern Airfield here. Cherno.
Oh, you actually got a few buildings up in there.
I got Cherno, and I've got some of the other ones. I just got them disabled at the moment. Sniper Mount.
Right. Fucking hate that building.
This is the Electro. With
That
another
mission when you
Sniper
guys were
Mount.
sat in the fucking lighthouse and just like wait for it, watch this, wait for it. I fucking hate
You got the island.
that. Island!
This is where
I
I'm
know
going
that
to
island.
be putting a little medical park. Factory area. There's Eno.
So down on the left there is Medical Mountain, then, yeah?
Yep. Over that way. Then you got this, and you go through the crack, and then you got more mountains now.
Go for the crack. That's what she said.
Another island.
We've got multiple islands now too.
Oh yeah, 6 altogether.
Nice. I
No,
guess that's not including these little things that like just died off.
another big ass town. Like you can see, there's a lot of town there. Another little town up here. It's gonna be on top of the mountain there with the northern airfield
Nice.
underneath it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's your little double island there, isn't it? The one with the bridge on it.
Yeah. No, there's 2 of them. Yeah, another. Yeah, it's like Electro. Then you got another island out here. I'm gonna turn and cut back on these mountains here, because these are new mountains. This is all new in the north. You can just see how it's changed everything in the north. This is all new territory here.
That's not bad.
And see all these mountains, I'm raising all of these up even higher than what they are, and they're going to be covered in snow.
Nice.
So these will all have snowy peaks. This way, when you get up here, you'll have my snow vipers with winter camouflage.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. And I'm also going to do the dirt area that I'm doing. I'm going to do desert vipers, and they'll have desert camo.
But you breed different kind of fucking snakes for us now. That's rude. No, that'd be pretty cool though. So.
Yeah, you see these valleys and shit like it's like this is all. I mean, some of these hills like this where I've run roads over them, dude. I gotta show you this one over here when I find it. Some of these mountains are gonna be fun as hell with the way the roads run up and like around the tops of the mountains and stuff. Like this one up here and stuff, the way the roads run right around the edges of the mountain. These are going to be cool as hell to play on. And then this one over here, the road, I actually made the roads on this one run on top of the mountain here. See what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be so badass, ain't it?
Yo, I can't wait to get in a vehicle and just like stay on turbo and just blast around them corners. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm going to have so much fun driving this new map.
Yeah,
oh, it's gonna be great.
I'll get the altitude here.
Oh wait, that's where you are right now. That's
yeah.
northeast respawn, isn't it?
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, I recognize the area now. Man, that's insane. That's gonna be so much fun.
See where the roads, like the roads look like shit now. Like you can see some of those roads, they're kind of hard to make out and stuff. You can see this is what I'm doing, that's why I'm redoing them, where you'll actually be able to see the roads and stuff like that while you're flying. But I'm going to make them, where they're white looking now, they're going to be the same color as the actual hardtop. Like the tarmac and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's a lot more playable area. I mean, you can just see the damn.
Well, you say I can see it. The reality is the size you got this map now. I can't fucking see it, can I? I like it though.
Part I love about it is I kept us. Let me get some speakers on the front. So on the sides, you have a little bit of I mean, all of this is ocean. You can come out here, even though this is great, you can fight in these areas. So when we're having dogfights with the jets, I can fight in these areas. It's just off the map over the ocean. I kept this little bit of ocean, which is still a lot. I'm going to show you. So we'll go to that corner just to show you how far it is. And the reason I kept ocean at the bottom and top parts of the map, that's where I'm going to put my aircraft carriers and stuff like that.
Nice. Wait, Viper ones or our ones?
Both.
Go like take over the Viper aircraft carrier.
They're going to have like aircraft carriers and boats and stuff like that, where we're going to have missions where we got to sneak up and take out all the people on the boat and stuff like that. That's what that. Remember, if you remember that boat I was showing you. But you can see like there's a lot of water in play here.
That's gonna be horrible when you get KO'd out this way. The fuck?
That's the spawn. That's how far the spawn was out on that one. See, this is. You see what I'm saying? Like I could put an aircraft carrier out here, and it would just be epic. I'm saying, like, sit down here.
It'll be disgusting, man. You get KO'd in the water, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Just wash ashore like opposite side of the damn map, was like.
I think this water looks so good with the map. It's starting to come together. this open water looks sick as hell on this island.
The colour definitely looks good on it. And like the gradient on it as well. I do like that.
As you start to hit shallows, see how it lightens up.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it'll be pretty fun once we get it all done and everything. It'll be pretty sweet.
What kind of time frame are you looking for having it all done?
What I'm doing is I'm going to build it in stages. So we're going to have the map, and I'm going to do like a few of the towns in different areas, and then just the connecting parts of it. And then I'm going to have the missions spawning in them, and then every time I get a town done, it'll get added to the mission list where a mission can spawn in that area as well. So it's going to be coming a lot. It's going to be because it's going to take a long time to do this map, and I want to be playing on it long before.
That is a nest.
I want to be playing long before it's done, so I want to go ahead and get started on it. Just for the biggest part is just for the FPS. I mean, that FPS is going to be such a huge blessing for us.
I mean, some more than others. You know what I mean? Like, on the map we're on now, I average like 70 FPS, which is more than comfortable.
I mean, like CQC right now. Fuck, look at CQC. I mean, it's just.
Oh damn.
CQC, I'm staying at like 150 to 200. And I've not started adding the stuff on it. Like, and I know the trees and all the other objects are going to bring it down, but they don't have as huge impact as the older ArmA models because I'm redoing them all. Hell, even at max range, you're staying above 100. And all I got to do is keep it above 60. So that gives you that much FPS to throw toward objects. Because my goal is to keep you above 60.
I think for me, because I don't play with shadows, and like I have slightly different settings to most people, just because of the flashing with shadows.
Yeah.
Like, it always boosts my FPS on games anyway.
I was gonna do 4 digits on the GPS and everything, but I changed my mind on that. I'm gonna keep it with just the 3 digits.
Fair enough.
It worked. I mean, that way we just keep it as the 10,000, 1,000, and 100. Yeah, you can see like the airfield. Hell, I was telling Kogan earlier, you're talking like 430 right here. And so say 430 from there, 331. So from 331, and this road is at 201 now, roughly. That's going to be dropped to 13, roughly around 13. So you see what I'm saying? Like, that is going to be one hell of a hill that drops right there. That mountain line that runs on this northern part. And then I'm going to run the train tracks along like it's dug in on the side of the mountain as well. If you ever seen
so
how...
It's going to be like where on the far right of your screen right now you can see Devil's Castle.
Yep.
And then to the left it drops where the road is to 307. That's like a 200 drop in it.
Yeah, the way like right here where you have Devils,
super steep.
Yeah, the way it drops from Devils 400 to 200, this is going to be even worse because this 205 and 197 is going down to 13. So that just tells you how far it's going to drop.
Insane.
Drop on that side. And
you ain't even going to be able to get directly down there in a vehicle, are you?
Well, the roads are going to curve back and forth along the mountain line down, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way you see
yeah,
some of those.
I know what you mean.
some of those shitty South American roads and stuff, where they're like on the side of a mountain. It's like you fuck up, you're you're falling. It'll be a lot like that on some of that area. But then like some of the roads like this, all I'm gonna do is cut it between the mountains like this, a road like this, and this will just have a really steep. It'll just be like a steep run down.
You can have roads like that video I just linked. Tianmen Mountain I can never say the name, but it's in China. You can have roads like that. That is going to be fucking beautiful.
Yep, exactly. Some stuff just like that.
Bro, I can't wait to go full crack down roads like that.
Yep, some stuff just like.
I'm the type of guy I'll end up like rolling a vehicle down it or something, you know what I mean?
That's the plan. Dun, dun, dun.
What, to knock someone down complete, yeah?
No, to have us where we wreck on some of that stuff and things like that.
Definitely gonna make having a challenge.
I'm gonna stop the stream there.